Hello, Jude. How are you going today?
I'm really good. Great, Ryan. Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Obviously, today's call, we get the amazing opportunity to, get to learn about your Born to Love Life experience. You've just come to the completion of the course. Just straight off the bat, how was your experience in the Born to Love Life container? Tell us a bit about what you loved and why it was great for you.
Mm. Right at this moment, it's like it feels. I can feel a lot of emotions bubbling up. So um, that's that's totally unexpected, but here it is. I loved it, Ryan. It feels like it came at exactly the right time in my life, because I was looking at a lot of things, and I wasn't really sure how to or what to do or whether to do anything. So the opportunity came along through Davini, and it was just yes, okay. So I'm really grateful for that, and I just stayed very open to receive whatever I had. I had no preconceived ideas about how it would be or what it was going to look like. So it was all new. And, having the opportunity to work with the elements and the practice sometimes was really challenging, some of the practice, but it's like my intention was to move through that, and it really gave me a great strength and commitment and intention to really get everything that the Born to Life was going to bring to me. I really wanted to stay open to fully receive whatever that was going to look like. So, I learned a lot of things. I hadn't used Zoom before, so that was a little challenge, but I conquered that. So there were lots of things, that just allowed me to go with the experience, to just embody it, really, to just allow myself to embody whatever. And some things, things just seem to shift very subtly, but like I could feel them on a really deep sense. Do you want me to share some of those sort of things, like really things that I really noticed?
Yeah, I think it's wonderful to hear your experience, and so yeah, take us back to the very beginning, perhaps. That might be. I know I went in straight for the how's your experience right at the end. Um, yeah, take us to the beginning. Like, give us a bit of an idea of like how was life for Jude beforehand, and then how was life for Jude afterwards. And so
Yes. Okay. So beforehand, I'd experienced a year of quite a few different traumatic things, through a couple of relationships. And life felt complicated. Yeah, things felt complicated. And that's something that I've really noticed, is that through embodying the practice through having the calls, through meeting that way, through all of the things that you've shared, Ryan. And it's like life became now not complicated. And yeah, that feels so liberating. It's like I'm not so much in my head about what things are so much about, but staying much more in my heart. Like I feel so much love and gratitude for those complications, for those things that happen, and I can see them in a much more deeper way now. I can even feel love for those things that happened that brought me to here. So it's like life looks very differently. It feels calmer, softer, more in flow. Like I just feel so much love in my heart. It's like I'm not holding back on that anymore. I feel more comfortable in my own skin. My intuition feels really strong. And that's enormous.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's amazing. Were you expecting such a shift and a transformation, like in 4 weeks, to be possible?
I no Well, my head would probably say no. like how? But it's happened. And so I think, because I've stayed open and ready to receive this, it's like, yeah, it's more than I could ever have imagined. And it yeah, it's like my whole being has embodied a new self, like my true self.
Mm,
And yeah, it's just such a, like, I don't feel anymore, like I just feel free. I don't feel, I don't have that anxiety in me anymore. I just feel a deep freedom, because it's like my being now knows and has allowed myself to just embody who I truly am
mm,
without all of those fears and beliefs that didn't serve me. So yeah, it's been such an awakening, and way more than I could ever have known. And it's happened in such a deep sort of, the transformation feels like it's been so deep, but it's not been hard. It's just been a beautiful process.
outstanding. Yeah, really lovely to hear that, Jude. I'm just receiving and taking it all in, and so thank you for yeah, thank you for sharing, yeah, your experience. What was the talk to us a little bit about what you feel is the so this is what we're seeing is the shift that you've had, which is really beautiful, and the transformation. Just for the audience listening, talk to us a little bit about why and what you would maybe experience, like doing in the container, so they can relate um, to some of the actual physical things that were taking place, or little exercises you did, or whatever that was a part of the Born to Life Love Life experience that you feel has contributed to it, or just things that lit you up, or if there's any moments there that you can talk to us about where you practice one of the tools and all of a sudden you had a change and transformation, or something like that. Yeah, just
Mm,
it's really wonderful to hear where you are. I'd love to also be able to relate it to something so they can feel like there's something tangible, and they
yeah.
can feel comfortable that the fact that there's an actual tool that they're doing, and it's something they could relate with.
Mm. So there were obviously, doing the movements, because I've always been practicing I Ching, Qigong for several years anyway, and I'm still doing that, in a group. So I even noticed a shift within that practice as well, from being committed to doing practice by myself at home, by
Mm,
doing the movements through the different elements. Some of the elements were more challenging than others, but I can see how each one of them has brought something to me in a moment that just allowed a shift to occur, like organically, so to speak. It was great for me to get back in touch with the I Ching and using that, because I had used it a lot in the past, and it was great to reconnect with that, and start using that again each day. So that's been a great tool for me, and helped me realize, how much I kind of like, why it was not in my life, what had happened, that I wasn't using it anymore. So to be introduced back into it again was beautiful. Um, doing some of the other tools were amazing too, like checking in with the body and using that to check in. How does this feel? What do I need to do to shift this or change it? Um, has like, it was a great tool to have. Um, and I and they're all tools that are so accessible, so easy to use, but so amazing, because they really help you connect with yourself,
mhm,
and to find out the answers to things that the mind can't get, or the body doesn't know. But there's tools there that can help you check, is it this, is it that? It gives you a clear indication. And yeah, that was quite amazing. I I sometimes, at times, it was a little challenging to do it on the Zoom calls, because sometimes I just needed time quietly by myself to use those tools. That was a great opportunity to use them in when I was alone and in my own time, and to not feel like, oh, am I getting it right, or am I not getting it right?
mhm,
It was an actual opportunity on my own to just feel into it for myself, and didn't like, so many tools that I know now that I have at my at to access whenever I need them, and I want to be able to do that. I want to keep practicing that, because when you're given the tools, sometimes you can forget, you know, or not go to them. But I have been going to them, and I really feel that is helping me to stay connected into that place in myself where things are flowing, where, you know, if I have a moment of unsteadiness or whatever, I've got a tool that I can use to bring myself back into balance.
Great, great. And was there a favorite element that you had on the journey, or can you speak to a little bit about how the journey was when you came in from thunder to lake to fire to water, and you can you speak into how your journey was through it, or did you have a favorite element that you related with the most, or?
I think water is very consistent to me for some reason. Like I love to be near water. You know, I love to immerse myself in it, and I guess but it's also about being in the flow of it. You know, it's so for me probably that was a favorite, and I think the last three elements, even the movements were different. I felt, and that was, I had a really nice connection with those last three elements.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it's like I can see how all of them have transformed. You know, they've all been a part of the integration. Even the thunder, you know, like it felt like thunder came in at a time where it really, you know, got me into pushing those things up that were troubling me, that were making me anxious. So I can see how every single one of them really had their own way, but the last three were probably, I don't know, they somehow really brought it all together.
Yeah, it's been designed in a beautiful way to go on that integrative journey. Attention to care and insight, and also listening and experiential wisdom as well.
It's like it was you know, sometimes in the different elements, it's like I'd find myself like, oh, so I might go to the water today, you know, like I'm going to go and immerse myself in water, or I'm going to, and then it'd be like, oh, I can feel the wind on my back, you know, like I'm sitting here. It's like sometimes too, it would guide me to actually pick myself up and go somewhere and like really feel it in my body.
Yeah, fantastic.
And that was so beautiful, you know, because I guess there are times when it's like we don't listen to our body. And I found that I was just listening to my body more deeply, you know, and I was actually giving myself permission to go do those things that my body was asking for.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And do you feel that was because of the movements, or what do you attribute that to, or the building of your inner chi, or?
Yeah. Maybe it was the movement sometimes. Maybe it was sometimes like what I'd heard in the you know, the speaking in the calls. Sometimes it might be that I would miss a call and then I would listen to it on replay, and that would you know, give me an opportunity to really feel really deeply into it, and it'd move something in me. So I think it was a combination of things, you know, also using the, you know, the I Ching and the other tools, yeah, so I think I can't really say it was any one thing in particular. I think it was just a combination of 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 all of the of all that was offered.
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, I mean, movement is really important to me. I've always needed it. It's always you know, it's good for me. So the movements are obviously really, yeah, they really resonate with me, and you know, it's like the like, yeah, building the chi is beautiful, you know.
Mm, mm. Yeah, and at the beginning of your journey, because you came in through the wonderful Davini, what was it that you felt that this course was right for you, and has it lived up to what you thought it was going to be? Because you know sometimes we do something and we have no idea what's on the other side of it. We have that courage, we take that leap of faith, and yeah. So tell us about why you said yes, and has the course lived up to what you felt it was going to be?
Yeah. Um, I, well, you know, when Davini and I spoke about it, it's like, you know, I trusted. Her and I have a beautiful connection, and I trusted, and I've seen the shifts, you know, like I, you know, you can see what something has brought to another as well, and that's a great, you know, like so you get a sense that, wow, this could be just absolutely fabulous for me, you know, like, and I think the timing of it was, it's like I'd let something else go, and so it's like I was ready for this to come in, and so when I heard about it, it was just a pure yes. Um, just so quickly, it's like I didn't really need to think about it at all, which was quite a lovely surprise, I suppose, because there's, you know, you can tend to go, oh, you know, is this right? I can, you know, maybe I need to think about it. But it was a very clear yes for me. And so I just trusted the process, and yeah, I was ready to go with whatever. And has it lived up? Yeah, it has. It's more than I could ever have imagined could be exposed or integrated into my being in a deep way in such a short space of time. It's like, it's been quite incredible. And you know, I know all people have different experiences, but for me, it's been really quite profound to happen so fast. You know, for those to be able to see those patterns so quickly, like it was. Oh, I was so grateful,
Mm.
and to be able to see that I could let go those patterns so quickly was something that I've wanted, and here it was.
Wow, wow. That's amazing to hear. That's
Yeah, it really has been amazing, Ryan. You know, it's been, and it's like how it's transformed in so many different ways, you know, within my own being, but also how I feel in relationship to the external, you know, to how I'm relating with others. Yeah, it's been really such an amazing journey, you know. Yeah, just all I can feel is this deepest gratitude to you guys for bringing this, you know, to community, to us, but also grateful to myself for showing up, for being willing, for, you know, saying yes, even though, you know, some of the movements were really hard. It's like I'm saying yes. I'm going to keep going with it because I can see what it's bringing me.
That's amazing. That's really, really, really amazing. Um, wow, that's so grateful to hear your shifts and your transformations, Jude. It's really, really wonderful to feel how it's working through your body,
Mm.
your being. If someone was looking at Born to Love Life and
Mm-hmm.
they were like checking it out and they're on the fence, what would you, what type of, what would you say to them? You know, in terms about about the the journey, in terms of they were sitting on the fence thinking, oh, they should do it, and um, what would your advice be to people so they can, because you know some people might think, oh, it's online, can I make the most of it, or can, you know what I mean, or
Mm.
might be looking at it but they're not 100% um, sure. Like what would you tell people if they were at that in that place or position?
Yeah, I'd say jump in. Really, really give yourself the best opportunity to jump in, because you'll really see the benefits, you know. And you know that what you was just speaking about, but like, you know, being online, I mean, for me, there was a little concern there because it was online, not because it was online, but more, am I going to be able to, you know, do Zoom? Am I going to be able to? And it's like all of the things I do, you know, it's like I've only got my phone to use for Zoom. So all of those things that sometimes can get in the way of how to receive this. It's like every single one of them were just dropped away. There was nothing to stand in the way. So it's like, you know, give yourself, if it's come to you, you know, give yourself the best opportunity to really embrace it, you know, like jump into it, boots and all. And I just know that it'll be a wondrous experience for you. That's how I can relate it from my own experience, you know, for any challenges or any, you know, any doubts that may have been there, is they just all were. And I have to say, Ryan, the team, you know, the team that you guys are really so supportive and helpful, you know. Everything that, if I had a concern, you know, it was addressed really quickly. And I felt really heard and valued, you know, being able to have that addressed for me, to make something easier for me, so that, you know, I could fully be able to receive everything from the Born to Life that I could. and the team were amazing in that way. You know, they, like, you guys just helped me with every little concern or whatever that, or little challenge. You were always there to be really so supportive. And so with this course, you know, like that's a lot to receive, you know. And so when you know that you're going into something and you know that you're going to be really fully supported in that way, it's such a beautiful thing.
That's so wonderful, and full credit for you, Jude, for for showing up and doing the work and saying yes, and and just in enjoying the process. Because as much as we would love to support from me on behalf of all the team, it's always the student and the participant that gets the most, that puts the most in, that gets the most out, and that's the magic for everyone. That's a great relationship, for
Yeah.
so I just want to say thank you for, being an amazing soul that was able to open the door and say yes and receive the support and just trust the process and trust the journey. And
Yeah.
very wonderful that you're able to, be where you are right now, feeling more, connected and upright and in flow with life, and
Mm.
having more ease with the challenges and recognizing the patterns and being able to connect in with yourself and work with it. And I can really feel your connection to nature and your elements really
Yeah.
coming alive as well, which is really really wonderful. Um,
Mm.
so thank you so much for your time today. Before we go, Jude, is there something from your heart or your soul that you'd like to share to the audience around your wisdom around you, your born to love life experience, like coming from your soul out to the world, like whatever that message may be, however it desires to unravel. Um, yeah, take a moment to drop in if you will, but yeah, share
Thank
with
you.
the audience, yeah, your soul wisdom.
So I believe we're here to love. We are here to love life. We're here to experience joy of life. We're here to bring our love to the world. We're here to receive our love from the world. And I I feel that the Born to Love Life experience has really helped me to drop fully into that, to really embody that, you know, like really feeling so wanting to bring my love to the world, really feeling able to receive the love that is around me. And like I've actually like like life is showing me that now. It's because I've had this opportunity to understand the flow, you know, of giving and receiving really deeply, and that it is about love. You know, I think if you can have that in your life, it's like you really are so blessed and gifted. Um,
Wonderful. That's
yeah.
very beautiful, Jude. Thank you so much for that wonderful share. And is there anything else that you would like to share about your Born to Love Life experience? And one more question: um, do you feel like this has made a lasting shift in your life? Like, do you feel that you're able to use the tools and integrate this into your life moving forward?
Yeah, I do, Ryan. I really do feel like it's a lasting shift. Um, it's like it feels like it's really embodied in me now. And yes, I'm my intentions. My intentions are deeper within myself, and so I know that with those intentions that I will use the tools that we received in the Born to Life time, and I'll be able to remind myself to do that because they're there to use. And I'd like to continue to use them through my life because I can see the beautiful things that they've already given me through this time, yeah, and yeah, like I said, I really feel like for the first time it's like there's this deep embodiment has come where it's like, oh yeah, I can live life. I can experience joy. I'm allowed to. It's beautiful. And like just through the whole process, I've just felt like my joy has come back, and I can receive it and express it and share it with the world. It's like it's been so beautiful.
Amazing, amazing.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Jude, for your time today. It's been really, really lovely having a chat to you and hearing about your Born to Love life experience. And it's been a really profound one. So, yeah,
Mm.
walking the path and enjoying the journey into your life, the life that you've come to Born to Love to lead, and
Yeah.
all the best with it. And thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And thank you to Crystal and Fane and the whole team. You're amazing.
Thank you so much, Jude. It's really very kind of you. Appreciate that. I'll pass it on 100%. That's they'll be happy. They'll hear the video, so they'll be touched by that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And loved Crystal's meditations.
Yes, yeah. There's going to be more of those in the Embodied I Ching community. So if you'll catch
Yeah.
this replay and you'd like to receive those on the Facebook Embodied I Ching community, she's going to have some meditations up there for people.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
I'm excited.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Jude. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks. Thanks, Ryan. Bye for now.